Hey, it's Team Dreadnought here, bringing you another deck profile. Recent acquisition of the team. So be our Granblue deck profile. Start off with starter, Captain Night Kid. His skill is a Forerunner. When a Granblue rides on top of him, you can move him to any rear guard. And his other skill is on rear guard, you can counterblast one, put him in your soul, check top 10 cards of your deck, choose one of them, and put them into your drop zone. So you can set up like Cositus's, making sure you have the rear guards that you need in drop zone that can be called from the drop, like Deadly Nightmare, Deadly Spirit, Captain Night Mist, and cards of that nature. Along with, if you just need to, there's nothing else really to get, you can get grade 3s for Cositus, you can get Hades Steerman, so you can call him. Overall, good starter. Peter the Ghosty is on par with them, but that's it until set 13. And I just might run Captain Night Kid anyway, just because A, it matches the sleeves, and B, the utility you can get out of the top 10 cards can actually really help out.
Excuse the noise in the background. It's fine.
Triggers for Dr. Rogue. The standard heal triggers, nothing more. I play 4 Hades Steerman, the stand trigger. His effect is in the drop zone. When he's in the drop zone, whenever you ride a Grand 3 unit on Vanguard, you can call him from the drop zone underneath your Vanguard. This is really key. I really like this card because of this. What it basically allows you to do is when you ride Cositus, you can call one of these from drop zone, and he basically becomes a catalyst that allows you to call either Samurai Spirit or Deadly Nightmare from the drop zone, doing one of their abilities. I'll get to them later. But it's just because the fact that Hades Steerman can do that, along with being a stand trigger in a deck that has the ability to put on a lot of pressure, it's just really powerful. And because you don't want to run draw triggers in Granblue because you can deck out pretty fast, you don't want to put yourself in those kind of situations. It's just a really good tech card. The stand's really good. The ability is very relevant, especially when Lord of the Seven Seas Night Mist is released in 13. But overall, it's just solid, relevant, and again, can be a catalyst to getting the grade 1s, which in turn can jump up to turn into grade 2s if you need better attackers than the 7Ks. It's just a really solid card. And then for Rusty's Banshee, the Psychic Bird clone, you can put it in a soul, draw 1 card, play 4 of. You never play less than 4 of her. And then 4 Night Spirit. So it's a 8 crit, 4 heal, 4 stand deck. It's pretty solid.
Does the crit triggers act as draw triggers?
Yeah, they can act as draw triggers, basically, the Banshees. It's just really powerful. Starting off with grade 1s. For Captain Jack, good old Gus Gen, perfect guard for Granblue. They have nothing else coming. There's no quintet wall. There's no perfect guard reprint in 13. So if you want to play Granblue, get these now before they go up in price. They're already sitting pretty high. So yeah, 3 Deadly Nightmare. This is a solid 7K booster and one of the pieces for the Deadly Swordsman Superior Ride, or Deadly Sword Master Superior Ride. His skill is when he's in the drop zone, you can Soul Blast 2 and choose any Granblue rear guard on the field and send it to the drop zone. The Superior call him from the drop. Again, that's really strong with Hades Steerman. You can basically turn a 3K trigger into a 7K booster, and then next turn when you have more damage, call another Cositus, call the stand trigger again, and then Counterblast 2, call something with Cositus, still giving you an 8K Vanguard circle, which still allows you to hit that, not a 10K 2 pass against even cross rides.
If you're a Liberty, it's 23.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not 23. It's still
18. Yeah.
18. Yeah, the 5 and then 3 Samurai Spirit, similar to the Deadly Horseman, or Deadly Nightmare, just with a different cost because the costs are relevant in this deck because you don't have that reliable of a way to soul charge, but just enough. But in case you're out of soul charges, he's basically the same thing, but it's just Counterblast 1 when he's in the drop zone. Retire any of your Granblue rear guards and call him. Yeah, just another solid 7K booster that can be called very cheaply because of Hades Steerman. 2 Dancing Cutlass that when he's called, you can Soul Blast 2 to draw 1 when he's called to rear guard. Probably one of my most common targets for Cositis when I have the ability. And one of the better... The 5k isn't that bad because when you put him behind Rune Shade, it's still a 16k column, which is what you want. But yeah, very, very good, very invaluable. One of the first targets you're looking for when you use Night Kid. And then one, Danny Guy, Romario. I have really nothing else to play in the grade 1 slot. I would play Evil Shade, but it would interfere with Hades Steerman, and I already do enough milling with Rune Shades. It's just, I had nothing else to play, and I didn't want to play another copy of the the Nightmare, so I just play him just because.
Also in Break Record, that's a nice 21k column.
Yeah, so I just play him instead. So it's just simple one of.
Goodness.
The key card, the goodness to the whole damn deck, Rune Shade. The fucking beast from Southeast is here. Your effect is Vanguard, Rearguard. You can mill the top 2 cards of your deck when it attacks, and for the rest of that battle, it gets a +2, so it's an 11k grade 2. It's the closest thing Granblue is going to get to like a 12k attacker that's consistent. Because even though Corrosive Dragon can hit 12, it's only the turn it's called from drop. But yeah, this and Gustion and Night Mist Break Ride are probably the only 3 cards I would ever say. Oh, and Rough Seas Banshee are the only cards in Granblue I would ever say run 4 of. Anything else, it can all be up to your preference just because of how you can call stuff from the drop zone. But run 4 of her just for consistency. She's powerful, she's strong.
Those things in the drop.
Yeah, and it helps speed up your drop zone to allow for more targets. And now we go pretty basic. 3 Commodore Blue Blood, simple 10k. Vanilla for Granblue. Nothing really to say about him, just a nice strong card. 3 Deadly Spirit. He's the upgrade of the Deadly Nightmare in the second part of the Deadly Swordmaster Superior Ride. I don't play him in this build, but he's coming up in the Night Mist Break Ride. I'll go over that when that set comes out in 3 months. Yeah, his effect is same as Nightmares, except it's Soul Blast 2 and retire one of your grade 1 or higher Granblue. So you can't kill Hades Steerman to call him, otherwise that would be pretty broken.
Great.
But yeah, he's just a really strong attacker when you absolutely need something, and you don't have any grade 2s, just retire a grade 1, call him. And if you're real lucky, you can use Hades Steerman to recall the grade 1. So, like I said, Hades Steerman is always relevant. It's a really good card. 2 3-star Chef Pietro. The damage on flipper for Granblue. I hate this card. I hate that I have to play him. But I do just because the deck is pretty counterblast heavy because of Cositis. When Cositis reverse and the other one come out, you don't have to run this guy anymore because the deck doesn't counterblast like at all anymore.
Is it because you yourself as a cook and you know it's food is bad?
Yeah. No, it's not even that. It's not even,
3-star shot.
it's not even because I'm a cook. It's just, I hate this damn card. Ugly ass pitcher, stupid effect that I have to run because the deck's counterblast heavy. Yeah, that I have to run because the deck counterblast heavy.
Maybe love Zuitin.
Zuitin's bomb because Eradicate's counterblast a lot. So yeah, I just run 2 of these just so I can get him quicker. He's usually a guard.
Sorry for our back and forth.
And
Goodness.
the Captain of the Seas,
The real goodness.
Jester of Tortugas here. Captain Night Mist, Captain Jack himself. His first effect is completely irrelevant because I don't play one of these damn cards. But if you want to know what it is, it's continuous when he's on Vanguard during your turn. If you have a copy of him in your drop zone, he's an 11k. Only on your turn. If he was an 11k on your opponent's turn, I might play more of him. He'd be a pretty tech grade 2 call. But the relevant part of him is like Deadly Swordmaster. He's the Samurai Spirit grade 2. You can counterblast 1, kill a grade 1 Granblue Rearguard to call him from drop. It's just in there just in case I absolutely need to and I don't have the Soul Blast to call Deadly Spirit. It's the only reason he's in this deck. Other than that, just because he looks cool at double rare. It's the blade. Yeah, I just play one of them though. The King is here. Ice Prison Necromancer Cositis.
The jailman of the underworld.
He is probably, he is right now the best grade 3 for Granblue. I will fight anyone who says otherwise. When BT13 comes out, obviously Night Mist is incredibly better, and then Cositis Reverse has a 1-up on him because he can use his effect each turn. His effect is Limit Break when you have 4 more damage. Whenever he attacks the Vanguard, he gains plus 5,000. Standard limit break effect for a lot of the stuff in the early sets. And his other effect is when you call him to Vanguard, you can counterblast 2, call anything from your drop zone. So you can call Rough Sea Banshees for a quick draw. You can call Rune Shades that have been killed. You can call Dancing Cutlasses to get advantage. And obviously, it's just so much better when you have Hades Steerman. You can counterblast 2, call something, and you can get Hades Steerman the turn you call him. Just really powerful. Really strong, and I like him. I like him a lot.
Steerman's also very more relevant with him because of the constant ride into the CP2 ability.
Yeah, you can keep riding on top of him too. Don't be afraid to continuously ride Cositus on top of what Cositus is. That's an extra soul for effects, and that's an extra call, and an extra Steerman call if you got rid of him earlier for a Deadly Nightmare or a Samurai Spirit. And I got 2 Master Swordman Nightstorm because I don't have Malefic Dragons in my possession.
We'll get them for you.
Yeah. His effect is on Vanguard or Rearguard. Whenever he attacks the Vanguard, he gains plus 2. So by himself, he can at least still hit the 11k Vanguards of the meta. And if you hit a stand, he is a set. And if you hit a stand, he is a 17, so he's not irrelevant. I'd rather have Malefic Dragons, but beggars can't be choosers. He's still a good card, and he's not a terrible target to call from Cositus. And the last card of the deck is a very tech option of mine. It's one Deathseekeratos. His effect is on Rearguard. Whenever he hits the Vanguard, you can counterblast 1 and retire him, and then call anything from your drop zone not named Deathseekeratos. So you can call a Rune Shade for an 11k attacker. You can call back row. I've been playing the deck now for a week because I finally was able to rebuild it. I've used this effect, I believe, 5 times. 4 of the times I've been calling Cutlasses. 1 of them has been calling a Rune Shade. So it's not a bad card. You can get a good attacker, or you can get a good booster with your attackers and be able to draw a card. It's just not bad.
I'm just glad it's not a 9k.
Yeah. I might run 2, but I don't know. 1 seems to be really good. And he's not a bad thing to ride as Vanguard either, because you can just ride a Cositus on top of him, do some stuff, have Cutlass, put him in drop zones, you can call him later with another Cositus. And your opponent will almost never let him hit, so it's a good thing to help them waste shields. So other than that, that is the Granblue deck, and we'll be looking forward to more fights with this deck soon enough.
Thank you, Spencer. Remember to like, comment, subscribe for more videos, matches, deck profiles, anything you want to see, comment below.